What's up, Walking Dead family? It's Brian Castrillo here with another review for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 10, Handle with Care. Now, full disclosure right before we start, Daniel Salazar is absolutely my favorite character in the entire Fear the Walking Dead storyline. I've loved him from the beginning. I loved his character arc. He has been through a lot. I mean, he lost his wife early on. He lost his family. He lost his daughter Ophelia, which I love the fact that they brought her back, and we'll get they brought her up in this episode, and I'll get back to that towards the end. But and he lost his daughter Ophelia, and then Strand shooting him in the mouth. The man has experienced a lot of pain, pre-apocalypse, during the apocalypse, and right now. And this guy has always been such a badass, but I've never seen Daniel Salazar vulnerable, and I just never seen him like this. But the episode starts, you got all the different groups. You got Strand's groups, you got Sherry's group, you got Morgan's group, and they're all coming together for kind of like a sit together to see what's going on, and how the group can work together and kind of pool the resources, help everybody out. And Daniel Salazar has them along with Morgan, who those two supposedly are the only ones who have the key, but he has them all lock up their guns, and they're at the table and they start arguing. No one wants Dakota there. Daniel's trying to keep the peace, but they're all just starting to bicker back and forth. Then all of a sudden there's an explosion. Daniel's playing detective, trying to figure out what happened. He goes back to where the guns are locked up. Charlie goes with them, but the guns are missing. So he starts asking questions. We find out later that first the explosion was bringing walkers, and they were trying to get in, and they realized that they were going to break through any moment. And so Daniel's going around trying to figure out who could this be. So all of a sudden walkers are getting in, and they're being attacked. People are almost bit and whatnot. But then all of a sudden Strand comes out and shoots a couple of walkers and saves some of our crew. And then Daniel was like, I knew it was you all along. And he admits that he let them in to find out who took the guns. And he never really did trust Strand. But I thought they kind of came to an understanding, because when they were locking up the guns, Strand brought him a peace offering. He brought Skidmark, so it was great to see Skidmark back. But it looked like Strand actually took these weapons, and so Daniel put him in this cell that apparently was made there, and he's grilling him. He has a gun there, and he's telling Victor all the stuff he's been through and what it was like to get shot in the mouth like he was by Victor, and all the pain that he went through. And he's just threatening Victor, trying to get information. And Victor's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he didn't. But I mean, I kind of was thinking it was Strand too. And meanwhile, before all this, all this chaos is going on, Daniel told Charlie and Grace to go off to this, this fishing cabin in the woods. They'd be safe there. But come to find out is, Morgan finally gets back from his run that he did, because they're worried about Grace and no one knows where she is. So they go to look for her. They finally find her. And then we find out from Charlie and Grace that Daniel never sent them to the, to this cabin. He sent them to the caverns, not this cabin. And it was confirmed because it was circled on this map. So now, what's going on? Daniel's looking around. He looks disheveled. This just wasn't the Daniel I remember. Daniel was so hardcore, badass, calculating. I mean, he was part of the special forces. This was not the Daniel I remember. You know, being vulnerable and just kind of like a feeble old man. I was like, what is going on here? And they, you know, they come back, and then we see the scene where Daniel almost shoots Victor in the face, because you know they're talking about how they don't have enough guns or enough bullets or ammo or whatever, and Victor just brings back the gun. He's like, this is enough, and he brings it to Victor. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a lot because I'm just kind of blown away by what's going on here. But long story short, you know, it's looking like Daniel is losing his way, or something's going on. And the scene cuts out from Daniel being in the jail cell because he was being interviewed. We see it back and forth, and it's actually June that's talking to him, and she said it's not neurological, it's psychological issues that he might be having. But the most interesting moment came at the end when we see Daniel leaving and Charlie is sad, and Morgan's like, you know, where are you going? And he's like, I'm gonna go back to you know, where I was living with Skidmark. And then this kind of blew me away, because then Strand comes out and says, come with me to Lawton, you'll be safe, we'll take care of you, which those two are not really the trusting type. So I don't know if this was like really, you know, trying to make amends. And then you see Daniel's he was kind of perplexed by this, and then Morgan comes up like, you know, what's your game plan? Why are you doing this? This is a man who just held a gun to your face, and Morgan's basically telling him, you better be on the up and up. And Strand says, you know, don't worry about what I'm doing. He's going to be safer here than if he was with you or wherever the hell else he was going to go. So, you know, I'm kind of perplexed at what's going on. This is definitely a bridge to set something else up, but it was almost sad to see Daniel Salazar, you know, such a, you know, this guy was a leader. This guy was cold, calculated, ruthless, and now he's just like this feeble, vulnerable old man. That, I mean, what is going on? I know June said she's going to come back and check on him. So, but meanwhile, we have Wes and Luciana, and they're going up towards wherever Alicia had already went, and this is where the end is a new beginning. People are on. So something big's going to happen this next episode. But one of the things Strand said, coming back to this, is he goes to Daniel, because Daniel wanted to know, you know, why are you doing this? And he's like, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it as a favor to Luciana. I mean, Ophelia. Which I was like, wow, because I loved Ophelia. She was an amazing character. And I think that's when Strand looked at him and he was like, you know, maybe this is, you know, he seemed like he was blown away. But excellent acting by Ruben Blades. I've never seen this side of him. I don't know what to think. So it's definitely setting up something. I don't know what's up Strand's sleeve, what he has going on. And wherever Alicia is, and Wes and Luciana, and wherever, and Althea, wherever they are, that's when things are going to get crazy. But I want to know what you thought. What did you guys think of this episode? What did you think about Daniel Salazar being so vulnerable? Were you happy to see Skidmark back? I know I was. What did you think of the back and forth with Strand? Or how about the reveal when we found out, what's going on with Daniel. Is he, losing his mind? Is he going crazy? Is this dementia? I mean, what is happening to Daniel? What do you think about the relationship with Morgan and Strand? Is that getting, kind of a hot button issue right there? Is Grace going to be okay? I want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of this episode? How did you rate it? What was your favorite part of the episode? And what do you think is going to happen next? I'd love to hear from you. If you liked the video, just give it a like, down at the bottom. Tell me what you thought in the comments. And if you like what I'm doing, just, hit that subscribe button. And one other thing, just like I do in every one of these reviews, I always give a shout out to somebody, and this shout out is going to go to Sharandi. You may know her as Blazy Gardner. You'll find her on Twitter, you'll find her on YouTube, you'll find her on Instagram and even Facebook. But she recently did this video montage with everybody kind of saying thank you or goodbye to Colby Minifie. And it was absolutely beautiful the way she did it, the way she, had the perfect music, and she took videos from a bunch of fans of the show and fans of Colby Minifie, and she made it into this beautiful montage. And you guys really need to check that out. I'm gonna have her YouTube on the bottom in the comments in the description. I'll put her Twitter there as well as her Instagram page. But you got to see this Colby Minifie video, as well as some of the other beautiful videos and interviews and stuff that she does. And really, she makes a lot of great content, and you're going to want to check her out. And when you get to her YouTube page, her Instagram, her Twitter, just give her a follow, subscribe, and I promise you, you're going to see some awesome content. And as always, thank you for watching me. You guys have an awesome day. I cannot wait for the next episode because the end of the beginning is coming. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you.